How's it going, everybody? It's Man of Tomorrow here. I just want to clear something up, so that way we can be sure and we're on balance about where we're going to be going forward. All right. If you listened to Mr. Fantastic's live stream yesterday, somebody pointed this out to me. I was doing something last night. Um, so he said for some reason that I turned against the space. Fantastic, I never turned against the space. I am the fucking space. I am what happens when you leave these bitches the fuck alone. I am the actual eventual outcome when you go and get your shit together. I am the eventual outcome when you don't lose the hoes for a living. I am the eventual outcome when your content doesn't have to involve bitches at all. I am the eventual outcome when you don't have to use compromised men in their fucking fake ass affinity for this bitch. I'm what happens. The man of tomorrow is what happens when you do that. Listen, if you left magos out of this motherfucker, if you left fake pimps out this motherfucker, dude, I'm the eventual result. If you had a actual listen, man, in order to be a part of this space, you got to know what the fucking history is of the country. You dumb motherfuckers still haven't read up on the history yet. Everything that come out is a gish gallop for this reason or that reason. This isn't for fantastic. It's for the rest of the space in total. Most of this space don't even know what patriarchy is. They think patriarchy is less consequences dealing with the modern woman within the environment. That's what people think patriarchy is. Patriarchy, they think patriarchy is going over, being able to skeet up whatever women that they fucking want to, and getting no consequences for that shit. Yeah, that's what most of these motherfuckers think. This is why you can't help most of these motherfuckers. Remember that. A lot of these dudes have been completely fucking radicalized. Radicalized to the point to where you can't not even give them new information on how to deal with shit. These dumb motherfuckers are looking for a black pearly things out there. They're looking for a black woman to go after the other woman within the environment, and somehow that's going to get them closer to the woman. That's not the fucking case. You're getting two groups of modern women to exhibition so you can pay them for exhibition against each other. Because the modern woman is pro bitch. Okay? The dudes who want to argue with women are also pro bitch. The dudes who want to argue or see another woman argue against a woman, they're also pro bitch. But nobody came to the manosphere to get their fucking shit together. They came here to learn advanced information on how to deal with this fucking modern woman. Yes, nobody needs help with bitches. Nobody. But everybody needs help getting to the consequences because of a woman, right? If everybody's winning with the actual woman, where the fucking receipts at? I'm winning with my woman, 1-to-1. Got married, went to another culture, seen that there was a cultural problem, solved it with a cultural solution, kept it moving. Came back into the environment, invested in the actual political process, getting my shit together, growing my own level of power without bitches, without compromised niggas, without maggles and fucking reptiles, without any of that shit. I didn't come here to be an entertainer, dog. Listen, if I was not in this fucking space, could you imagine how much worse this fucking space would be without criticism for it? You see, that's the problem with these fake ass fucking conservative dudes who are nothing but liberal men, failed with liberal fucking women. And they want to make the whole world burn the fuck up because nobody else is trying to get with this woman and have the consequences or the results of it. Younger motherfuckers have already stepped off from this woman. How do you have people from 70 to 20 years old with the same problem, with the same style of woman, and ain't nobody walked off yet? That's the problem. I didn't betray the space. Y'all betrayed competent men. Wasn't the women. Wasn't the women. Wasn't the women. Women wasn't here in large number when the shit first came down, right? It was men who wanted to hand a compromised level of masculinity to other fucking men who possibly could have got the fuck out of here. But no, you handed them an amalgamation of bitch ass nigga slash dude who's making it within the environment. That's what happened here. Okay? And always, it's always the productive dudes who got to shelter this fucking shit. Nigga, I didn't come here for YouTube analytics. I didn't come here for YouTube analytics. Walk up to the nearest motherfucker that you see on the street and start talking about YouTube analytics and what the fuck you doing online, and you see how them niggas look at you crazy. Y'all be letting this internet shit go to your motherfucking head. Nigga, how the fuck are we gonna be able to solve men's problems by coming online, just galloping our way through whole shit and not really focusing on what men need to be doing? The productivity piece. That's what it is. Most niggas stepped out from it. You wanna know why? They wanted to mask their actual lack of progress through new content creation from new motherfuckers coming up on the scene. I didn't come online to talk to bitches. In fact, I have no fucking tolerance for these fucking reptiles in my personal fucking life. That's why I went somewhere else to get somebody that don't fucking exhibit any of that fucking shit. Because that's what I was raised under. Yeah, the real conservative fucking leadership. Yeah, the real conservative leadership did not lead me to conversating with bitches online as the primary factor why I'm here. You niggas betrayed the manosphere, not me. The hoes want to talk to you. Want to know why? The bitches know who the fuck to give their power to. They give their power to niggas who can't handle it, and niggas who would expand it, and niggas who exist because of it. Now, I get the modern woman. She created a whole new paradigm of the new black family without productive men. Shout out to her. She was very not she was very transparent about it. Not with the words, but with the actions. Yeah. And that's when the men were supposed to come here, discuss notes, realizing that the same shit was happening all over the fucking country, and step the fuck off. What we should have did in the 70s. But no, you had multitudes of overlapping weak ass niggas who still wanted to have conversations with this woman, still bragging on access to this woman, still bragging about how much temporary sex that they can give and not really produce for the woman after this shit is done. What we're looking at here is 50 shades of nigga. 50 fucking shades of nigga. It doesn't matter whether you are the fake pimp, the fake street motherfucker who never did no fucking time, the nigga who actually did do time but think that the 94 crime bill is a fucking problem. No, the 94 crime bill was meant to vacuum up you pieces of shit off the fucking streets. You should have seen what those fucking communities was looking like when you animals was fucking running rampant throughout the fucking community selling that whole shit to this motherfucking people in it. The black church wanted you motherfuckers gone, but you niggas wanted to fucking stay. At the end of the day, real street niggas who really fucking get it, who really turn their life around, you know what they not doing? They not pointing towards a bitch, and they definitely not pointing toward the 94 fucking crime bill. Why? I hire fucking felons and pay them six figures. Once these motherfuckers realize that being on this productivity piece shit, dealing with real estate, dealing with the actual government that you was taught to fucking not deal with, could get you way more money than selling that whole shit in the fucking community and eventually spending it on bitches that you don't need to be spending it on, and you ain't got to watch your back from other reptilian motherfuckers within the environment. That was all to the good. That's the problem. We're selling the same level of compromise to our own fucking people. And we want the motherfucking YouTube analytics to reward us for it. Remember, look at this fucking reptilian bullshit music that we're fucking producing. That also is not producing a fucking result. All these niggas are doing the same motherfucking thing. They're just doing it in different fucking ways. They're all doing the same fucking thing. Why? You niggas are too bitch dependent. You are bitch dependent. Nigga, we pulled a bitch out the conversation and the actual problems that are associated with it, dude. This shit would have been fixed years ago. Years ago. But the compromised niggas are what's being rewarded here. Why? Because they're not being rewarded nowhere else in society. They're being rewarded here for a reason. Because they can't let this bitch go. Nigga, I separated from this shit when I was 17 and 3/4 of a fucking year old. I left home at 17 years old and went to the military. All right? When I went from Jackson, Mississippi MEPS to motherfucking San Antonio, I got introduced into way better fucking looking people and way better acting people. Wanna know why? We had similar shit to lose. That's when the fucking shit was over for me at 17 years old. Looking up to bitches to fucking knight me as a fucking man. That's some shit you dumb niggas have never done. And ain't trying to do. Every single time somebody come through here with this fucking compromise piece, you niggas jump on board with it. Sir, you can live without a bitch. You can. You can live without the whole shit that come with it. You definitely can. I'm not gonna use YouTube analytics as the reason why I have to be on some fucking hoe shit. I don't have to be on some hoe shit, dude. I didn't betray the manosphere. The productive men did not betray the manosphere. The professional men in this place did not betray the manosphere. It's the entertainment niggas who did this shit. And not only entertainment niggas, but the audience. Remember, men pay for the actual environment to be destroyed. That's where their money go to. Their money goes to the bitches and the bitch ass niggas. I don't need your money. I could pull up a bank account balance, a fucking balance sheet. I could show you a schedule fucking 3. That is really the reason why I could talk the way I fucking talk. And yes, I am trying to create more men just like me. But if you want to do it by spending, like, dude, I just went down my analytics this morning. There are 2 new people in the analytics. 6 the guy that's in motherfucking who the fuck is this other one? I seen her on Sister George program. Fuck. Crown Tits, whatever her fucking name is. You know what I'm talking about. Miss Branded Equipment. So this is where the dudes are going to now. Why? The nigga left Pearly Things and now they're only wanting to get fake representation from women that they can't interact with black women. If you want a space to work, I was going to do this live stream tonight, but let's do it right now. If you want a black manosphere that works, it's very simple. And I'll name names. You want a black manosphere that works? Get rid of Grinch. You get rid of Grinch, you get rid of Angry Man, and get rid of the whole niggas who are subscribed to both of them type of niggas. 1. 2. You want space to be better? Get rid of LER movement. LER movement connected to O'Shea. Everybody who's still over there with the O'Shea shit, given how many people he betrayed, he built the whole fucking net off of this fucking manosphere, and then he fucking left. Get rid of all them niggas. All of them. Okay? Get rid of Game Changer. You want this shit to work right? Get rid of every nigga who want to conversate with bitches, who want to bring them back to the table, who want women to be fucking feminine and all that shit. You want this space to work? Get rid of that shit. Next thing, the niggas who are pro bitch. I'm talking about pro bitch to the point to where they want to sell game and all this shit. You got to get rid of that shit. You got to get rid of the platinum elites and the fucking isms. They already don't have much of a following, but at the end of the day, they represent the failed man of yesterday. If the niggas won with hoes, why the fuck are they here with niggas who are not winning with hoes? You want a space to work? Get rid of them niggas. Yeah. Once you get rid of all that, you'll realize that there is a very small, well, Bernard Riley too. Get rid of him and all the people that is still need to show up to listen to this hoe being bitched at every day without even understanding what motherfucking black conservatism is. Black conservatism ain't got nothing to do with fucking discussing whack ass fucking bitches that you should stay away from. But at this point, I want these bitches to off all of you. Because if you're not gonna stay away from her and you just want to stay closely tied to her and keep complaining about her, then you deserve what you get. BGS Itmore, you want a space to work? Get rid of these fake ass fucking intellectuals who don't have a side pick, who haven't voted for anybody, who haven't organized a motherfucking thing. You want a space to work? Get rid of that nigga and his fake ass PhDs. You want a space to work? Get rid of that shit. Dude, none of this shit is this hard. Only thing you have to do, hey, if you want to be part of our group, you gotta know what the history is. Like, when I'm part of the military industrial complex group that I'm part of, there's all different races of people that are there. And guess what? Once your ass is on this bullshit, and once your ass bring a certain type of woman around, they stop fucking with you. Why? Because if you'll bring that type of bitch around, there's no telling the amount of shit that you'll keep up. I understand. Selling this compromised level of bullshit works. You want to know why? It's fucking easy. It's way easier than learning the history of a space that you're supposed to contribute to, not tear down. I am the fucking space. I am the fucking space. All right? That's why I stayed here so long. Like, dude, if you go back 4 or 5 years ago, and I could put up the live streams about all these motherfuckers who claim they wanted all of this success, all of this help with black men, look at what the fuck they on now. All it took was one nigga in a suit with no credentials whatsoever to start correcting bitches to show you exactly who the fuck these niggas was in this space. Now everybody was businessmen all of a sudden, talking to ran through crazy corrupt hoes, trying to create another blood sacrifice for someone else. That's the problem here. I am not the problem here. You know what? You know what? If you're trying to just run game on these niggas within this environment because you know they stupid as shit, then hell yeah, I should be standing in the way of that shit. We already had the 1970s to fucking 2020. We have 50 years of data to show that this shit don't work. 50 years of data that we have. This shit does not fucking work. Not knowing how shit works doesn't fucking work. Saying that the Black Brain Trust, who is not a part of this, by the way, because this is my criticism, is somehow boring the shit because you stupid, illiterate pieces of shit don't know how to process information. That's your fucking fault. Yours. We're not installing no stripper pole on our shit so you dumb motherfuckers can come around. That ain't how that works. You're supposed to have worth outside of a bitch. You're not supposed to have worth because of a bitch, because of a discussion of a bitch, because you're around a bitch. That's some shit you niggas brought here. And you know full to the fucking well, nobody who has their fucking sense outside of entertainment would ever even fuck with people like this. Why? You only hang around what your value system is. Yeah, you hang around what your value system is. I didn't betray the space, bro. Y'all betrayed the space. Remember how y'all was getting together with these motherfuckers behind the scenes? Yeah, yeah. That's what that is. Don't ever tell me that I'm betraying the space. I'm not. Top City's not betraying the space either. He's pointing out the bullshit inside the space. Super Slash 75. He even said shit about me, but listen to his actual criticism versus what he's overall criticizing. And you'll understand that. Ramil is not wrong about the shit he's talking about with these hoes. And you niggas keep signing up anyway. You see, you got to be able to learn how to parse this information. So that way you're not completely wrong when you try to tie all this shit together. You do that a lot. You gish gallop a lot. You bring a whole bunch of shit together that don't belong together. And keep it real, I should have been out of this space a long fucking time ago. However, I stay in the space because I'm the original intent of the fucking space. You think anybody from 1.0 gives a fuck that you got these numbers that you keep fucking referring to? Nah, dude. Nigga, they look at you like you're a clown. They're like, dude, any clown can fucking create a compromised group of men for entertainment. Entertainment ain't fixing shit. Show me what the fuck you can fix with this entertainment shit. We've already tried from 1970 to fucking 2020 and haven't fixed shit. Anybody can do what you're doing. It just take a lack of common sense to do what you're fucking doing. It take a high propensity to want to destroy the original intent of something to see what you're fucking doing. Because remember, you don't know the history of the fucking space. You just knew when you wanted to get something out of this fucking space. Right? That's the problem here. And and it makes sense for nobody in the military currently serving who don't understand this. Again, I don't need bitches. I don't need them. That's why I chose another culture, so that way I wouldn't have the same complaints. Get rid of this shit. Like I said, I want all this shit gone. I know what the fucking problems are here. When I go into environments and I have to fix shit, I'm like, you need to get rid of this, this, and this if you want this result. You want this result? No niggas. In any shape, form, or fashion. Well, MOT, you're a nigga too, because you're trying to make it to be art. Man, get the fuck out of my face with that shit, man. Every time I look around, it's always some motherfucker saying some hoe shit about, well, you want niggas gone, therefore you're a nigga too. No, 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 no. Because again, the things that fucked up the previous environment are the things that want to be the new manosphere, right? You don't need street niggas to get your shit together. You don't need to respect the hoes to get your shit together. You don't need fake representation from two groups of modern fucking women to get your shit together. That's what you pause your shit on. If you ain't trying to get your motherfucking shit together. That's right. Nobody told you to do that shit. You did it on your own. You want a space that fucking works? You want a space that works? Get rid of all this shit. You got too much compromise in here in order for this shit to work. Long form ass live streams and no fucking action. No voting, no nothing. I'm very specific and accurate about what the fuck I'm talking about. If you open your mouth up about a bitch, it should be a whole reason to kick your ass to the goalpost of hell. I don't want to hear shit from a child support nigga unless you're winning, unless you won against that. That's where you can talk to me about your child support issues. But a lot of these dudes have been raised by the same women that they trying to respect all of a sudden. That's the fucking problem here. I am the fucking space. Fine. You think I'm not the fucking space? Let's put it up for a fucking vote. And not only a vote, because we see how that shit goes with the Prophet of Thought series. Let's go with an explanation. But see, these dudes want to tear down and destroy the fucking space and don't want to talk to nobody while they fucking doing it. These dudes literally want to build a liquor distribution plant on top of the goddamn AA meeting facility. And they want niggas to walk through a goddamn liquor store before they actually get to the help that they need. The problem is, most of these dudes need these bitches for their own relevance in this space. Everything in this space can be actually whittled down to a man's inability to find happiness with the counterpart within the environment and the inability to get to the money first before they even start fucking with that. Two sentences. Not hard. Very easy. Then you add on top of that the cyclones of fucking the Tower of Magel being built on top of those fucking problems. Not hard. These niggas ain't running shit nowhere in society, but they running shit here. Or they claim they're running shit here. Dude, nobody even knows that y'all are even doing this shit. Because if they did, they'd have your ass the fuck out of here very quickly. Again, the SBE shit was an attempt to get dudes to operate on some sort of principle and stop trying to motherfucking use these fucking hoes for financial reasons. But people wanted to still talk to these fucking women anyway. It's because that's what men wanted to see. You keep saying it's the audience. I say it's the audience. But at the end of the day, it's the fucking content creator who chooses to serve that audience. Just like it's the person who decided to sell that meth, sell that cocaine, sell that weed, to get them fucking charges from the federal government. And since the government was standing in the way of their fucking productivity piece and standing in the way of their whole acquisition phase, that's what it was. Like none of this shit is hard or even a problem. Why is it that you cannot leave this nigga the fuck out of here? Why do you have to bring this bitch with you everywhere you go? And here's the thing, the bitch ain't even with you. You niggas are arguing over mythical bitches. Bitches ain't even with you. Bitches are not even claiming you. You claiming bitches. The bitches ain't claiming you. You're claiming the bitches she nowhere around. She's out here with lost bags of dicks while you claiming that you are the dick bag yourself. The shit's nuts, man. And yes, a lot of you motherfuckers deserve to fucking die by hands of this woman. That's what you want. You already ain't shit. You don't know how shit works. The only thing you got left now is to put it all on the bitch. The only thing you need is a kid from her, but she's past her procreative phase, and you can't get access to the young ones. That's why your ass is so lost. Your ass is so fucking lost. It's because you're already a loser without a fucking reason to be so. Now, the older niggas got a fucking excuse. They were the ones who made deals with the woman and got the child that they didn't raise properly. That is now the grandstand of what's in this environment now. They got an excuse to lose to a bitch. Why? They got proof that they lost to a bitch. Should they have lost to a bitch? No, they shouldn't. But they did that shit on purpose. And it was all a ploy to remove the productive man from the environment by over procreating the same bitch ass nigga that they knew that we was gonna have to deal with right now. When you look at one of these bitch ass niggas, pull the complaints about the bitch or the woman coming back to the table out of the conversation and see how much fucking these motherfuckers got to stand on. They ain't got to stand on shit after that. Nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about the crime that you committed against the community back in the day for your own fucking survival. Maybe it's better that your ass not be alive. Maybe that's the fucking answer. Because we haven't tried that answer yet. But nobody wants to try it without bitch. That's the fucking problem. And that's why my platform is going to be what my platform is. My platform is going to continue to be moving ahead, moving forward, not even resembling the shit that's here because I'm not that. I'm the man of tomorrow. The tomorrow man that has nothing to do with trying to keep black community going. That's not our community. That's their community that they built with the hands of bitch ass niggas. There is no rational reason to fucking think that this black family even exists anymore. That means that you're mentally retarded. That you're going to use spent women. And I'm not talking about physically, even though that may be the case, but mentally, that is the case. You're trying to recreate a community with that. How many more problems that you want to create? See, men are supposed to solve fucking problems. Men ain't supposed to be the fucking problem. Why you think no other culture men want to fuck with you? Why? They see this hoe that you fucking dealing with, and they're like, man, look, and other motherfucking groups got it right. You leave the bitch alone, the bitch ass nigga is left alone, and the niggas left alone. All of them left alone. Because if you still sticking your dick in this fucking reptile at this fucking point in the game, nigga, there was never no fucking hope for you. What the fuck were you doing here in the first place? This was supposed to be a place where the best of men discuss shit. And then we got the fucking movement once we compared notes. But no, all the compromise came here. The compromise seeing that, you know what? These niggas are about to take off without us. We need to walk in and fucking destroy that fucking place. That's what happened. Happened with Passport Bros too, didn't it? Things were going fine. Everybody was doing their own thing. One compromised nigga come along, lots of motherfucking views and all this kind of shit. Next thing you know, investigations happen, troll his way out the back, never had nothing to do with the movement. Is that his fault? Yeah. But it's more fault than people who wanted to see that shit happen. I don't have any notes with what I'm talking about here. This is fresh off the fucking dome, bro. I don't need to motherfucking not know what's happening here. I can see how all this shit works. And it's never going to fucking work. It's never gonna work. Never gonna work. Think about it. When that dude jumped on a plane and took his motherfucking ass to DR, and he didn't have no money to fucking get back. Wanna know why he did that? He tried to hold the movement hostage. Either you pay for my plane ticket, or I'm gonna make all you niggas look stupid as shit. You still got niggas today. Still trying to play clips from TikTok from women that you should not even be listening to. Trying to gaslight the rest of the men here to be motivated to do what? You know that these women, you know what they fucking think. One complaint is all complaints. You can't really talk to a woman who have fucked up the infinite dick bag. What the fuck you look like listening to a person like that? These women don't exist and they stay not existing. But you motherfuckers bring these hoes to life. If you want a better fucking world, how come you ain't better than what the fuck you trying to see out of others? Like I said, I left all this shit behind. And I was taught on the ground floor by my grandfather from fake pro blacks to fake ass gang niggas and niggas who thought that they were Goldie the Map pimps and all that shit. Like, bro, I got a first hand lesson on how not to end up with this shit. I was just incorrect in assuming that everybody else had the same lesson that I had. And once I left home, once I left that environment, I started to see everything that my grandfather was talking about. Starting with the fucking dorms. Wait a minute. Why are these E7 and E8s in the fucking dorms? Oh yeah, well, you know, their wife left them and they couldn't afford a place to stay. And that's why they're living in the dorms. And yeah, that dude was coming to work and he was burning up every motherfucker that he possibly could. Why? That's the only people he could take it out on. Couldn't take it out on the bitch, but he did take it out on the troops. That was some shit that should have been clearly fucking had some checks and balances with in the military, but it wasn't. That wasn't the only type of man that was there. That man that was there, very small percentage. The overwhelmingly large percentage of men were these dudes who went out and got multiple bitches pregnant. Hell yeah. Them motherfuckers was on meal card in the fucking dorms, only have enough money for a fucking car payment, and they couldn't do shit else with their fucking life over a bitch. Multiple bitches that they could have stayed away from in a country that had legalized fucking prostitution. These niggas still lost to a bitch. Still did it. Most of this shit ain't even about fantastic. So I don't know what y'all talking about. But I'm talking about the compromised mindset of the man who think they're doing stupid shit because they get great numbers with it is the reason why we should be doing anything. We shouldn't be doing any of that shit. The mission had an original purpose. The original purpose was for us to get our shit together, not for us to listen to modern women, not to us to be fake ass fucking conservatives, not for us to be doing any of that shit. The only thing you had to do was learn the fucking history. Learn the history one time. You see, in the community, you have actual responsibilities inside the community. You just can't call yourself part of a community when it's running well and fucking dip out when when the criticism comes, right? There's nothing wrong with me in the manosphere. There's nothing wrong with my place within the manosphere. I keep telling you, it's a clientele problem. And pretty soon, the person that calls out the problem will be the motherfucker that be lionized as the problem. All of this so-called beef and dissension that you see within the space is based on the fact that niggas are not here for what the reason why they say they was here for. All you gotta do is ask them. When you first came here, what the fuck did you come here for? If you came here to build an audience and not solve any problems, then nigga, you was never part of the manosphere and you shouldn't be calling yourself manosphere, period. You shouldn't even be associating yourself with that brand. You're just a bitch ass nigga who's seen an opportunity to come in here to fucking kiki and ha ha with motherfuckers and do stupid shit. That has nothing to do with fixing anything here. That had nothing to do with fixing the goddamn thing here. So the assumption is we ain't gonna fix anything. That's the assumption. The assumption is we're gonna keep fucking. Well, they're going to keep fucking around with the same women. They're gonna create a rest stop so men can respite from fucking with those women. Because here's the thing: you can't have these problems with these women unless you're dealing with it. Why are you telling us about issues with your dick? If your dick is getting you in this many type of problems, then you need to remove your dick from the manosphere and removing your mouth and your presence away from it too. If you have the inability to leave bitches the fuck alone, especially the ones that don't do you no fucking good, in high number, you know what that is. I don't have to point it out. This is your fault. It's your fault that the manosphere ain't what it is. The men paid for the mission to be off course. The women didn't come in and do that. The women didn't come in and unzip shirts and unzip pants and start dancing on stripper poles. They didn't do none of that shit. They didn't do none of that shit. Y'all did this shit. Y'all fucked up the manosphere. Y'all did that. But you wanted to blame the bitch though, and that's the shit that I just had a problem with. You can't do shit without it, can you? But at the end of the day, I didn't betray the space. Y'all betrayed me and y'all betrayed the space. I've already let people know across the country. You walk in there with these manosphere talking points, they're gonna horrifically get your ass up out the paint. I can't wait till you do it. Oh, you can talk this shit online. Start showing up to these city council meetings. Start talking this crazy shit in person. They got something for your motherfucking ass. The world is not going to care about men who don't even want to organize for their own power. An audience, not power. It's not my fault, man. Dude, I'm on the original mission. I know why the fuck I came here. I know the groups of people that I was arguing against. I didn't know that there were so many so-called men who had their quote-unquote shit together, who operated on the same levels as we thought niggas who didn't have their shit together. That is what was shocking to me. What was shocking to me is how many men wanted to live out their cool uncle fantasies by watching people walk into abject bullshit while they be friends with the problem. I had no idea there was that many men who want to fall for that stupid shit. I had no fucking idea about that. Again, most of this live stream is not about fantastic, it's about the state of the space. Because I've heard this before from multiple people, not just Fantastic. I didn't betray the space. If you think that you want Edward Anderson or BGS Edmore talking to you, to Congress, to any meeting or anything else, that shows that your ass don't need to be here. Those are not the men of the fucking future. Those are men of the fucking past. Nobody respects these people outside of the 300 or 400 motherfuckers who watch them live and the paid for with YouTube or Google advertising the 6 or 7 thousand motherfuckers that come across. The things that I talk about outside of this shit that is translated, that's where my numbers come from. Because masculinity and manhood is universal. Dodging these problems, pretty universal. But you can't sell this shit among bitch ass niggas. Because it's obvious. They are at home and we are not. They came here to destroy a space that was meant to do some good for men, to focus on entertainment. Everything has to be entertainment. Wanna know why? They're too stupid to fucking read. Too stupid to fucking read. Don't even want to solve the problems. Because if they read the information and it was held to the actual account of knowing the information, there'd be less things to argue about. Because when you're not taking action, tangible action, you have a lot of time to sit around. If you ain't trying to take no action to fix this shit for yourself or anyone else here, you got a ton of time to be sitting around. A ton of time. Here's how you know what I'm saying is true. How many women frequent my fucking space? Less than 15. But for some reason, 7% of my fucking audience is women. Even though I don't even make content even geared toward women. If only 7% of women are listening, it shows you that the grand majority of women don't want strong, masculine men who got their fucking shit together. It shows that the bitch ass nigga is always the man that they're gonna team up with. They get a better deal with the bitch ass nigga. Let's keep it real. They get more out of the bitch ass nigga than they get out of me. I'm not upset at that. I already know. I've always known it as an actual fucking reality. But if that's the case, and it is, why the fuck would you set up yet another space for men to actually keep putting up with such things as if you don't know that? I'm just saying this. If there's a problem, even if there's a problem with me, I need to know what it is. Because you can't defeat my arguments, or else you could be like she say sleep. Who think that me wanting niggas dead is somehow gonna have them not be here? You goddamn right. I don't mind telling motherfuckers that your ass need to be 6 feet under. Rather than still in this fucking bitter compromise, so that way we can have the same shit that we had from the 1970s to 2020. It's you niggas who's doing this. How many niggas came to this fucking space, claim to be fake ass street dudes, just so that way they can pretend that they got more bitches than other dudes? And the women wasn't rewarding that shit, but they was out here doing this shit to other men. Why? Nobody had no experience. Fake solutions cannot be your experience. And even if it is, you're gonna have the same outcomes of the people who escorted your ass into that blast furnace. Yeah, so I don't have to leave or go anywhere. I could just do my fucking content and who shows up, who show up. I never betrayed the space. Y'all betrayed the space. Could you draw me a direct line between what you motherfuckers are doing online when it comes to this fucking hoe and actual how things are supposed to get better? Could you show me on a line graph where this shit is supposed to break even and be fixed? Could you show me that? Because I got all the fucking answers. All of them. You don't have to know now about people who claim to be pro-black with the outcomes of this fucking community. You don't ain't got to claim that these motherfuckers are for black boys if they want to outsource it to Nick Fuentes and fucking Pearly things. And you dumb niggas are still over there listening to this shit. You still have PhDs in this space, not commissioning any study or formulating any nonprofit organization to fix the problems that they claim they're here to fix. Yeah, I know what all their jobs are because I work with people who are already doing these things. And guess what? Most of them are women. Shocker. Most of them are women, also PhDs. They graduated from Mississippi Valley and Jackson fucking State. Those are the people who are doing most of the majority of the fucking work in Mississippi, along with the few smattering of black male-led churches. Other than that, the men are nowhere to be found. If you need some shit done in Mississippi, better call a woman, because men ain't gonna be able to get shit done unless it's the fucking mayor, who's also gonna point you into the face of women. So nothing's different here. Anybody can be a goddamn fool and provide entertainment. Not everybody can provide a pathway to progress and have the outcomes from doing so. But see, entertainment is so fucking easy. It doesn't require any type of sense to leverage the collective ignorance or of ignorant ass people. That doesn't require any fucking sense to do that. The only thing you have to do is weaponize their inherent fucking homophobia or fucking latent fucking stagnant base portion of fucking racism, and you do the same thing. Really not that difficult. Not hard at all. I didn't betray the space, folks. Not me. High City didn't betray the space, folks. He talked about shit that's a fucking problem. But the problem is, and Superslide didn't betray it either. Just listen to the crux of what the arguments are, Ramil. Just listen to the crux of what the arguments are. But if you listen to the crux of what the arguments were, and fix those things, then guess what? There'll be less complaints. Remember, there wasn't even complaints about Passport Bros until this piece of shit started, until he went to motherfucking DR and didn't have the money to get back. The women had something to fucking gather around and organize around. And when this dude kept going overseas doing what the fuck he was doing, they had something to organize around. I know what you're thinking. MOT, we could say that about you. You just need to be lax on niggas. Nope. 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 Don't even fucking ask me to do no shit like that. We need to do it without niggas. Period. Period. I don't allow this shit to go on in my fucking life. Period. I don't allow no fucking place for these motherfuckers to be around. Period. We talk about substantive things around here. You have something to add to the argument or conversation, no matter who the fuck you are. Jump up, add to the fucking conversation. That's all. That's what men were supposed to do. But men have been bred out of this system. The bitch ass nigga is now the man. Right now. He's the man right now. He thinks that this liberal fucking um, freedom to be able to be on this whole shit is something that he needs to be on in order to survive. And think about that type of bitch ass nigga versus somebody like me who had my father in my life, who had a strong grandfather figure in my life, who had ultimately ruthless, overwhelming, violence producing fucking women on both sides of the fucking fence who did not play with niggas at all. They thought that niggas should be destroyed right then and fucking there in front of fucking everybody. But this is the problem. People people want people want this happy medium, this compromise, this place to fucking hang out at. I'm just saying this, man. Y'all just not gonna waste my motherfucking time, bruh. Y'all not gonna waste my motherfucking time. Hey, y'all didn't ask the nigga to explain himself. He ain't got to explain shit. That's on y'all. So you have to remember this. There's nothing wrong with the manosphere. There's something wrong with the men who come here. The only thing you have to do is get them online, ask them a couple questions, completely fucking clueless. But if I ask them about bullshit red pill information, they could tell me everything about female nature and all this goofy shit that ain't even true. Like most of these dudes are actually attracted to the wrong fucking things. That's the fucking problem here. Listen, the new manosphere is going to be destroyed by the old problems of the last manosphere. That's the fucking problem. So much of this shit can be accomplished if you just turn your fucking dick off and get to the fucking work first. But they want to use their lack of sports fucking within the environment as the reason why they have to be on bullshit. I disagree with that fucking notion. Come to me after you got your motherfucking shit together about how you cannot find a woman. I'll find you one. In fact, you know what? Maybe I need to set up a church organization that only give productive men fucking access to fucking women when you got your shit together. And if you fuck up that good woman, we're gonna beat the brakes off your motherfucking ass. Maybe I need to do some shit like that. Just to show you that it ain't the fucking woman. There can only be two sides of this coin that attract one another. It isn't one thing or the other. That's the problem. For as many of these women that's here that's full of shit, there's many more fucking dudes who can't wait to be the next dude who's right along with them. And I know that. And I see that. And I don't even need to complain about it. Because everybody has found their fucking place. Trust me. I know what people are potentially saying. MOT, you're making this live stream because you want their viewers to be on your channel. No, I don't. I don't want them here. I don't want them here at all. I want them to stay where the fuck they are. But I do want to point out when this shit blows up in your motherfucking face, where the fuck you should have been in the first place. Trust me, when you can no longer afford to fucking play, you have plenty of time to listen. That plenty of time that you was using on the wrong thing, that plenty of time you're gonna start using for the right fucking thing. You have to understand, man. They cannot afford to have most men getting their shit together. Okay, all right. Let's play a game of numbers here, just for the sake of argument. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that there was a Manosphere Reformation, and we left out all the pieces that I said there should be a piece. Like I don't disagree with what I said. I'm completely accurate with what I said. I've been a part of church organizations. I've been part of unions. I've been a part of these organizations, and I know how they function, and I know how they get destroyed. I've been part of nonprofit organizations that was completely helped on helping the community, but the men came in and destroyed it because they wanted to help exclusively women. I've been a part of all that shit. So it was eventually the manosphere was going to fall for the same goofy shit. Why? Because not letting productive men run shit exclusively, men other men are going to destroy it every time. So let's go back to this example. You want things to be fixed? Let's say that people came to this space, They shared their information, and they all of a sudden came up with a super PAC. And before they came up with a super PAC, everybody shared knowledge and history on how things work within the environment. Because most of these conservatives, if not 98% of these conservatives in this fucking space, don't know shit about the fucking history. And they protect themselves from the truth by deliberately not understanding the history. And then they talk to other dumbass motherfuckers who don't know shit about the history as well. That's on the right. Then you got the fake people on the left. The people who want to bring the women back to the table, liberal women. Not bringing conservative women to the table, but having your shit together and dealing with women who have fathers in their life exclusively as a concept. You see, if you fucking did that exclusively as a concept, you wouldn't have to be sports fucking on women who gonna fuck your ass up until you actually find the type of woman. It's very simple. This shit, very simple things. But see, most people here are defined by the outcomes of the bitch they deal with. And the whole world has to hear about the issues from their dick. Let's say that everybody knew the fucking history. So that way we won't have to keep having these repeated conversations about the lack of knowledge of history. That's what most of this space is about. The lack of knowledge of history. And it's not like it's there. They're holding around a fucking computer where you can ask Chat GPT for free. What's the history of this? What's the history of that? They create a whole fucking paragraph for you so that way your dumb ass can read it. So that way you can know it. Have you done that? Nope. Let's listen to yet another racial live stream from SKC. It's like you dudes keep falling for it. It's like but the only thing you have to do is learn the history. So that way when it's presented to you in such a format, there's retribution. This is why in my grandfather's group coming up, as soon as people presented that bullshit, the only thing you seen was men charging over there like a fucking elephant and beating this motherfucker into a coma and throwing him outside the fucking group. You wanna know why? They knew exactly what this motherfucker was on the moment he opened his goddamn mouth. And they was not gonna politely get him the fuck out of there. They were going to be able to take this motherfucker out there in pieces. You bring compromise to our group, this is how we're gonna send it back to you. That's the type of fucking masculine leadership that I grew up under. Public fuck up, public correction. You make these crazy ass fucking claims, you're gonna have to fucking explain them or fucking do it, or else there's gonna be consequences for bringing this bullshit to our fucking face. Then all of a sudden, there was less and less men because these men had children, and their children betrayed the father's teaching. Yes, my aunts and uncles were no fucking different. They betrayed my grandfather's teaching and upbringing. The moment they had a fucking chance to. So yeah, have to stop thinking that this is a new thing. It's not a new thing. It's very easy to betray any cause. It's very easy to betray any cause. The only thing you have to do is allow for compromised individuals to have a fucking voice and nothing will fucking work. Sorry about that. Let me shout out to people that I go through: GW Rush, XC, Doug, Zaheem, Johnny on the Spot, Terrence B, Tampa Supreme, Larry H, LOM, V Dub, Boogie, Bruce Ellison, Chuckway Igwe, Donald B, Ike, Scott Hayward, Mike V. Yeah, Danica Marie, that was her name. Sorry about that. I wasn't looking at the thing. John, Johnny Blaze, Peter Rell, Made the Alchemist, Kevin the Kip Walker Kelly. What's going on? Jermaine Taylor, Okay, let's look at this super chat. It's either solutions and separation, whining, or in the middle, and I choose solutions and separation. You are very correct, sir. Learning this fucking history is a one-time fucking thing. You can be focused on nothing but fucking solutions after that. You don't have to keep waiting on a bitch, black woman, to fuck up somewhere in the universe and fucking complain about it for the next week and a half. Fucking stupid. Come on, Grinch. JT Hellstrom, gone. Grinch. They love these hoes. Yeah, you know they do. You know they do. But the hoes don't love them back. That's the whole fucking point. Homie Simpson, don't think I've ever seen you here before. BMT, cynical one. What's going on? Charles Irby, what's going on? Doug. But that's what I'm saying, man. Dude, if you want this shit to happen, it's very fucking simple. BLN Eddie, what's going on? The wall is so tall. What's going on? Eori 666 is here. All right, so this is what I'm saying, folks. This shit is not hard. You are going to be the shit that you look at online. That's it. Like, dude, I cleaned up my algorithm a long time ago. 6 months, I started unsubscribing from these motherfuckers, and all of a sudden, the shit that I do watch became the main thing that I get handed to me. Now, most of the shit that I get, it is handed to me by somebody else. I have to go look through it, and that's what it is. While most of this live stream is not about Mr. Fantastic at all, I did not betray the space. People know that I do not throw my money in nobody else's face. I know if motherfuckers did have what I had, I guarantee you the motherfuckers would be doing walkthroughs of the garage and all this shit and fucking showing off houses and all this shit, attracting a whole bunch of unneeded trouble and problems toward them. I did not do any of that shit, and I have no plans on fucking doing it either. Because it doesn't support the fucking mission. The mission is different people you need to team up with, but personally getting your shit together as the focal point of why you're here. Not to hang out. Listen, you can find people to hang out with and you can still get fucking moving. Listen, I probably don't even go my whole fucking life without meeting a fucking Nagone 11 or Mike V or fucking Lawrence Guy or Blaze or Zero or Sister George, fucking Jessica X, like, Eisen, many different people I deal with on and off the fucking scene. Dude, I go my whole life without finding this shit. So I get the actual idea of finding people that's on the same page. Kinda. But you still got to make a move, though, outside of that, man. You still got to make a move outside of that. Because the moves that you fucking make is going to say whether or whether or not the information that you was dealing with was true or false. And listen, I don't want to see this shit here more than the next motherfucker. The thing is, I'm willing to take action to make sure that that shit don't happen. Yeah. Who was it? Bill Burr said it in one of his Monday morning podcasts. He said, look, the moment you start showing off that shit that you're building up online, you're doing nothing but preparing that shit for the biggest and baddest motherfucker on your block or the boldest person that is willing to look up your personal information. Showing off bitches, cars, and Lambos, like, dude, that's goofy shit. Dude, I'd rather have a better fucking society where I ain't got to do stupid shit like that. We don't live in a safety free enough zone where you can be able to show all that shit off and there be no consequences for it. You don't see no mega passes going around showing off their private jets and car collections and shit. You don't see that shit. But it's always the people who don't have anything to show who's asking for receipts from others. Me, I'm asking for outcomes. It's shit that you talk about that's better than others. But wanting to have fake representation from a modern woman, nigga, that ain't it. That ain't it at all. It just shows how stupid you are as a person. But see, you can never have a real conversation with the manosphere is only about entertainment people. I would love to have a conversation with one of those people. And then I would like for them to show me what type of programs that they listen to. If everything that you do in life is all about entertainment, then of course you're going to think the manosphere is for entertainment. Because those are the people you support, financially support, because that's the direction that you wanted to go in. Just because you financially support bullshit with numbers, that doesn't mean that everybody get to take the bait and decide to be compromised over that shit. And get out of here, man. It's not jealousy, bro. It's not jealousy, right? Like that's what this prison culture bullshit is based off of. This I don't want to fuck up another nigga money. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, man. So things are supposed to fix themselves. And compromised person after compromised person is supposed to come in until shit get fixed, right? So you have to run out of opportunists before you set up a bulwark so that way opportunists can't exist in order for shit to work. You see, this is why shit will never fucking work. Why? That's what you've been used to. Not opening your fucking mouth is what you've been used to. I have never been used to that shit. And I never will be used to that shit. I can stand alone and by myself. I can. I don't give a fuck about how many people that's here. At the end of the day, it's the right thing to fucking do. I could create a nonprofit organization and get millions of dollars from the government faster than I can collecting super chats over fucking whole shit online. And I'm part of organizations that do. The problem is that it's not the women. It's not the women. Not the women at all. It's the men who betrayed productive men. It's the men who didn't want to lead down a more productive scale. It's the men who wanted to do that, right? It's the men who wanted to do that. It's the men who wanted to be on some bullshit. It's the men who did that. It's the men who let all the compromised niggas in here. It's the men. And it will always be a clientele problem until you fucking separate from everything that I've named in this live stream. You want a better system? You better be the fucking representation of what you fucking want out there. Otherwise, nobody's going to take you seriously. Nobody's going to take you fucking seriously. Or you could just be popular here on YouTube. Okay. They're not coming to YouTube motherfuckers to actually fix shit in the real world. No community is coming to YouTube motherfuckers on how to fix shit in their society. This shit is its own ecosystem. Most of it can be used for good, but instead people decide for it to be used for bad. I forgot who said it before. They was like, dude, the civil rights movement didn't have social media and it was fucking successful. How the fuck do we have all this access to information and we ain't nowhere near the point of being successful as the previous generation when it came to fucking socially organizing and getting change? Everybody expected grand outsourcing to somebody else to fix it for them. Yeah, that's what happened. As a group, we dropped the ball. As an individual, we're doing worse. But there is a grand reemergence of people who don't need either one of these things. It's gone, Falcon Black. It's gone to Gone 11. Hey, look, they have a no snitch policy. Look, I'm not doing that. I'd rather go on the offense. Fuck that. Let me show you how much your algorithmic level of fucking bullshit meets logarithmic level of fucking violence. Deliberate, deliberate military tactics to get your ass the fuck up out of here. But that's why I stay away from these people in those communities. Because I'm with solving shit the way the motherfuckers solved it in Seattle. When that Ranger squad decided to go on the offense against the motherfucking Crips. That's the shit I'm on. But that's what I'm saying, folks. Like this shit ain't hard, man. And this shit ain't about fantastic. It's about where this fucking space is going. You don't need entertainment for progress, man. You only need entertainment if your ass ain't going nowhere. Anybody can be on that bullshit, man. It's really not that hard. You want to be on that bullshit? You want to be on that fuckery? You don't want to know what the history is? Okay. Everything is running away from the truth. Everything is running away from the goddamn truth. How's it going? Like I said, man, listen, you come up here and you show your ass, I ain't gonna do nothing but just send a video to the FBI and get your ass locked the fuck up. So if you want to come here and show your motherfucking ass, you go do that. This shit is coming right off YouTube. It's going straight to the fucking feds, and they will find out who the fuck you are. Trust me. Nah, shit, I was waiting on them. I was waiting on them to do some stupid shit. Bro, listen, man, I enjoy watching you motherfuckers get locked the fuck up. Shit, you think I won't do that shit? Nigga, nigga, I would go to the fucking courtroom and live stream from the courtroom. I would live stream from the courtroom while they lock your ass up. Hell yeah. Fuck out of here. I know that dude ain't got no business being over here, man. No, not for a channel this small. But that's where we at, man. You know, as soon as I block you from being up here, it shows me your actual name, right? But that's where we at, folks. The only thing you got to do is be on the fucking mission. The mission isn't entertainment. The mission is personally getting your shit together. Yeah, it's impossible that I can betray the space if I'm the fucking leader financially and where the fuck we are in this goddamn space. Do I really have to pull out motherfucking tax returns to fucking show you how much I don't need this YouTube shit? No, and I never will. Because that's not what the fuck I'm about. And looking at my decimal points in the bank account ain't gonna help you get your shit together. The only thing it's gonna fucking help you do is try to take shortcuts. Because that's what we have. A whole community full of dudes who want to take shortcuts. Listen, man, I'm the original dude put them people in your motherfucking life. Do I do that shit in a heartbeat? No, there wasn't Jason Black. Come on, man. Stop tripping. No, that wasn't him. No, I couldn't have been him. It's gone, Rod Spice. That wasn't Jason Black. Oh my god, dude. Really, man? Do you really think Jason Black would be on my fucking show? Why would he be on my show? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. It wouldn't make any sense to me. I have contact information. Yes, my contact information is in the about section. There's literally no reason for him to even be up here. But that's where we at though. But that's where we at, folks. You want a better fucking representation? It's gone, Red Spice. It's gone, Auntie. You want a better representation of black men? Motherfucker, you better be that shit yourself, man. Stop waiting on these motherfuckers to outsource and do it for you. And concentrating on the women's issues ain't gonna fix your motherfucking issues. I mean, but the thing about Jason Black, he does do tangible things. It's just that he more operates like a political saboteur than a person who wants straightforward progress. But that's his money, that's his resources. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to, and I don't operate how he operates. I rather directly interface with the goddamn system itself. But I do see the point in what he can do, and I do see the point of why his face is not out there for real. It does make sense, but just not the way that I want direct results, and you have to leave it up to a person to what they actually want to do. Dude, listen, man, bro, listen, listen. There are always better, bigger, and better things than women. Don't you think that going out here finding a tangible fucking job with all these government programs out there is a way bigger issue than fucking women? I do. Listen, I don't want people to think some certain sort of way about me, right? That's what the image piece teaches you. Okay, like the image piece teaches you that you're going to leverage the collective track record of everybody else whenever somebody look at you, but not you putting anything in on that shit. It's a way of outsourcing who you are to other people to actually do for you, and then you walk in there with this bullshit and you destroy our fucking image anyway by being on some hoe shit when you do come across people because you believe based off of image. That's all it is, man. Image is what people have when they don't want to work towards substance. Again, most of this is not even about Mr. Fantastic, all right? It's about the space, the trajectory of the space, and why my content is different. Okay, my content is different. It's because I have a very clear mission and a very clear path. I don't have to separate from the manosphere. I am the fucking manosphere. I don't have to separate. Them motherfuckers have separated. They didn't separate by name. They wanted the name, but they separated by the shit that they did with the concept. They separated by wanting modern women to fucking speak for them, by wanting racist men to speak to them, by wanting ignorant ass women who are 26 years old to speak for them. They wanted better history understanding from those people than for them to learn the actual history themselves. And for the record, it did say Jason Black is his background name too, but I didn't know what the fuck to do with that. So there's nothing wrong with the manosphere. There's something wrong with the audience and the actual content creators who want to feed that audience. Okay? That's all it is. It's not hard. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. And as you can see, if you ask disagree, the links stay dropped. The links stay dropped. Because I can fix your fucking red wagon very simply and move the fuck on with it. It's not hard. But see, like like most women don't know how to interface with actual productive men. Most bitch ass niggas don't know how to interface with productive men either. Most bitch ass niggas don't even know how to interface with productive men. They don't know how to do that shit. Everything is yuckity yuck yuck roasting and all this stupid shit. Like, bro, nigga, we got shit to fix. I'd rather have a better operational fucking society than have individual results. I already have individual results. Anybody can get individual results. But dude, we gotta have an operational fucking society around this bitch. I'd rather have that shit than what I have now. Again, the women ain't this fucking powerful. The women are not this fucking powerful, man. Yes, indeed, man. You know what I'm talking about. That's where we at, though. Ain't nobody else gonna represent this shit better than you, man. Not in your time. Everything that I could have fucking did that took me into my 30s to fucking do, dude, you could do that shit over fucking 2 years. 2 years, you could be where the fuck I am. 2 years. Year and a half, you could be at six figures in the transportation industry. 3 years, you can have your own truck and motherfucking trailer, make about five or $600,000 a fucking year as a singular fucking operator. Not hard. I'm not gonna try to make this shit look like it's something that's grandiose. It's fucking easy. But you gotta follow specific directions to get there. I teach families how to do this shit for $75,000 a pop. All the motherfuckers be producing as $1 million family within 4 years, guaranteed. That's where my time goes to now. I don't even have enough time to live stream now because I'm out here doing tangible shit. Auntie, I disagree with MOT on a lot of things. I can't disagree with anything he said today. Salute, fam. All right, man. Thanks for that super chat, Auntie. Yeah, man. Like, dude, I just want things to be better so that way we can get the fuck out of here. Remember that argument between Captain America and fucking Iron Man? The argument. The argument was this. I want to fight the fight and go home. I want to fight the fight and go home. I don't want to be a content creator forever. I don't want to have to be waiting on bitches to fuck up and cover the shit forever. I don't want to have to cover the goddamn divorce rate forever. I don't want to have to sit up here and watch men get torn out the frame because they went out here exercising these fake ass solutions over and over and again forever. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do none of that shit. That shit sounds horrific to me. I don't want to do nothing like that. That sounds horrible. God damn, I don't want to do no shit like that, man. Fuck that. But a lot of people here want to be that way. Dude, I don't want to be here on that shit, man. I didn't come here to be a content creator forever. I mean, at some point, I mean, like, this is why I had to hide the old videos of mine. I had to hide a lot of my old video because there was a lot of growth with shit I said 4 years ago about this shit. I had to hide the fucking videos. So I'm like, bro, listen, man, nigga, I'm not making that content again, man. I'm not going through here making leave bitch alone content. I'm not doing that. That's 3 years ago. Right now is next stage of the fucking situation. Do you got your money together? Cool. You're on the ground floor creating what the fuck you want. I was on the ground floor creating what the fuck I wanted, and I got exactly what the fuck I wanted. Now I want something else. Better fucking men who ain't compromised by this shit. I seen motherfuckers who tried via the wrong type of woman. These dudes are just now venturing out and fucking experiencing life. Why? They had a kid 20 some years ago. The kid went to college. 25 years out the door. Couldn't leave the Mississippi Delta. Had to stay working at fucking bullshit jobs to keep the child support man off their back. When they could have used all that fucking time to go into school, to get in the trade and doing some other shit. But that's the problem, man. Like, bro, listen. I don't expect most of the women to change their fucking mind. Remember, they lived under a covenant of doing whatever the fuck they want to and getting the results of what they wanted ever since they've been alive. I don't expect nobody to change that overnight. overnight. Why the fuck would they want to change that? You can create more principled men faster than you can create better women. But trying this easy compromise shit where you just gonna come over here for a little bit of productivity, then I'm gonna go over there for a little bit of fuckery, like bro, nigga, you never gonna get there, man. You never gonna get there. You might as well stop moving. You might as well stop walking. Yeah, as you should improve and grow. Shit, I want people to have better individual um things. Like, here's the thing. Here's the great thing about me. I'd rather you have good results and me not benefit off of it. That's the thing. I want you to have better results and me not benefit off of it personally. That's what's different. I'm not trying to hold you hostage by your insecurities about shit that you didn't solve. I'd rather give you the information that you need to practice, and so that way I can move the fuck on and you can move the fuck on. But a lot of people want to hide at square one, man. And I can't help people with that shit. Listen, man, I'm not an entertainer. I did not come here for entertainment. I did not come here to leverage people's latent fucking homophobia and fucking lack of historical fucking knowledge. I didn't come here for that. I came here to create better fucking men. And guess what? These better men is gonna end up in the hands of the fucking women anyway. Because there ain't none of these motherfuckers leaving. I still just want you to still be in a better place. So that way when you do get in these fucking circumstances, at least you can pay for some of this shit. SBE is fucking wrong. Claiming that you can't do shit without a bitch is fucking wrong. Not incorrect, fucking wrong. Waiting on a woman to give up abject power rather than creating your own power yourself, fucking wrong. Not even incorrect, fucking wrong. Listen, man, you can get this shit together. How is it that my grandfather and father wish they had these fucking opportunities, couldn't get no funding for shit, couldn't do shit? They're in the Mississippi Delta, couldn't do shit. Till my dad got that motherfucking truck driving job and started going other fucking places. It started like, oh no, the world's way different than it works down here. People getting that shit, people getting that money outside of here. Next thing you know, my aunt started leaving, uncle started leaving, everybody fucking left. Why? Found a new place, found where shit worked differently, and fucking went there. Yes, you can do it too. But I don't want to be on the you got to believe it's possible shit. But but motherfucker, what else do you have to lose at this point? You're seeing too many people lose at this shit at this point. These people have already made the flotation devices out of themselves for you to just walk over. They created a human land bridge of mistakes and failure that is public for you to just walk on or walk by. You don't have to get into them shark infested waters. They're trying to teach these motherfucking Kryptonians on how to live under a fucking red sun. I know you get to fly, you have heat vision, super strength, you know you can fly, you know you got freeze breath and shit. But why don't you go live on this planet right here where you ain't got none of that shit? And yeah, you got to drive a car and you got to do all this other shit. I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody falling for no deal like that. You wouldn't give up power like that. And I wouldn't want to be with a woman who did give up power like that. I wouldn't want to. But at the end of the day, dude, the results matter. They've always mattered and they always will. Anybody can do entertainment, man. Anybody can do this yuckity yuck yuck bullshit. Anybody can do that. But when it comes down to the real shit in society, these people are not lying about what they see what's wrong with the fucking manosphere. The manosphere was not supposed to be a place created for everybody to have a free for all to be on some bullshit and not be called on it. That's not what the manosphere was about. I want to know where the fuck you got that from. That is not what this shit was about. It was not supposed to be a space where we sell this bullshit black man reformation where we put magos and fucking decent black men in the same fucking bag and expect everybody to go home after that shit's over with. One group of people fed off the other group of people. They actually did. And now one group of people is expecting another group of people to come back to the table to fix their mistakes. That is actually what's happening. That's what I'm saying. Don't even care. Go to a culture where that shit is not even a possibility. Not hard. All of this shit because dudes are unhappy with the woman that they can't get, but it is on their only option. What's going on, man? Or a woman. I don't know what a Petru, Livy, yeah. But that's what it is. Stop worrying about what these women got as power. How come you ain't got your own power? How come you ain't got the power to walk away? How come you ain't got the power to not do business with them? How come you ain't got the power to do nothing but just deal with them as they got the power to do whatever the fuck they want to? That's something that you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself, why are you so focused on what she's doing that you ain't doing shit about your own situation? Is it really the woman? Is she that fucking powerful? If she's that powerful that she made you not even think about your own fucking life. Is that how powerful she is? Let's call Eric Bird. Is that how powerful she is? You have no access to her. She's not around. But for some reason, she has all this control over you. Remember we had the incel arc where these dudes was just assigning people the name incel and shit when all these motherfuckers was behaving like incels online? Remember that shit? All this because you don't want to focus on getting your shit together outside of entertainment. It's too easy to call these dudes bitch ass niggas, man. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy to leave these dudes behind, man. Dude, listen, man. These people are gonna sabotage everything unless you focus on their problems. That shouldn't be a motherfucker here in the manosphere talking about this shit unless you passed it. Unless you passed it. Unless you're a retired professor. Unless you professor emeritus. You done teaching. You just come back to see how things are going. But you got people who are fully compromised trying to escort other people into the shit, man. That's the shit that's wild to me. That's the shit that's wild to me, man. Wild. But that's what we are, folks. That's what we are. No, you can duck legitimate conversations, or you can formulate this bubble where you can protect the world. These dudes are actually protecting the world from the rise of productive men. That's what these bitch ass niggas are doing. They're protecting the world from the rise of bitch ass niggas. That's what these motherfuckers are doing. They're protecting the world from the eventual rise of productive men. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. And they're pretending like they're doing you some type of favor while they do it. It ain't the women. It ain't the women. It's the men who don't want to see the shit either. Think about it. You think you need a bulwark of fucking ignorance if productive men was running the fucking show? No, you wouldn't need it. You wouldn't need it. I swear to God, you wouldn't need it. You wouldn't need bullshit PhDs. You wouldn't need fake master teachers. You wouldn't be called niggas calling themselves the manosphere fucking diplomat, going on fucking women's show that don't offer anything. Like, bro, listen, they don't want the history out there. They're protecting the women by not reaching their full potential. And also creating an environment where no other man reaches their full potential either. That's right. Yeah. Where are the men who got their fucking shit together who ain't got these problems? I'm one of them. Why am I the only one of them? Why? I'm the only one because the environment is pretty much made sure that men like me don't fucking exist. Because the women teamed up with the actual men who's going to give them those type of results of having the protection of the actual environment itself. End of the day, you don't need women's help with anything unless you have your shit together. That's when you're going to start running into them roadblocks. That's when you're going to start running into funding issues for trying to get banking. That's when you're going to need their institutional help. That's when you're going to need their help writing grants and everything else after you get your shit together. Not before you get your shit together. Because all that access that you have to these women sexually before you get your shit together doesn't really mean shit. Doesn't mean shit to them either. It just proves that they have another person that they can depend on to protect them. And I'm sorry, unaccountable dick is protection. But that's the problem. The pillar of salt in the Sodom and Gomorrah story had nothing to do with the woman. It had everything to do with the man. At this point, the man is the one who got turned into a pillar of salt, not the woman. The woman kept running. The man was the one who wanted to fucking stay and fix shit. The woman went off to whatever options that she could fucking have. Again, nobody else is gonna do this shit but you. But that's where we currently at. And they can always ignore the truth, and they can just team up with compromise. Yes, they can vulcanize their whole message behind infinite compromise. And a lot of these people are in education, selling compromise, can't even run a fucking panel. I am the black manosphere. I am exactly what it happens when you leave all this bullshit the fuck alone. So with that said, since nobody wants to come up and defend the shit, I guess I'm right again. So with that said, I want to leave you guys to it on the rest of your Sunday. I want to thank you guys for coming through and listening. Make sure you like the video on the way out. I am not a fucking entertainer. I'm a man and I came here to fix shit because that's what fucking men do. Thank you so much for listening. You guys have a really nice day. Peace.